Hey y'all, welcome back. Okay, we're doing a stitch with me using my brand new phone, and I'm hoping I can do this without touching anything. Well, I mean, I kind of have to touch the phone. I'm trying to give it a spot to focus in the corner over here. Where's my finger? There. And we're just going to keep stitching because this is my stitch it till I finish it project right now. And it is Haunted Mansion by Tiny Modernist. It was the 2018 stitch along. And goodness me, of course everything's gonna start being an issue because goodness gracious knows. I'm also a little, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about how much you're gonna see because this camera is a lot clearer than the other one. You know, I don't railroad my stitches. I don't worry about like absolute perfection. I stitch because I enjoy it. But this thing kind of works worse than a magnifying glass. It's kind of like Anne from Stitch Roadie was talking about how she got a magnifying glass and she was all excited about it. And she used it for the first time and was like, holy cow, that's what my stitches look like? Those look terrible. So she gives you a warning before you use a magnifying glass that maybe sometimes magnifying glass is not the way to go about doing things. For those of you who have never watched a Stitch With Me video of mine, you might hear this weird sound. I'll just go ahead and demonstrate super fast. That weird sound is my vape. I do vape. I quit smoking, did we say 4 or 5 years ago now? But I do vape. So every once in a while you might hear that because I'll forget that I'm recording, and that is in my habit while I'm stitching, to just completely use this as relaxing and chill out time before cooking dinner and having dinner with the kiddos and watching a show with the hubby and hanging out with the family for about an hour or so before we all break apart and go do whatever it is that we're doing. So, goodness me, it's been so long since I've done one of these, I'm not sure I know how to do one anymore. But it's all good. The husband will also, usually the only edits that the husband does in the Stitch With Me videos are the intro and outro. And then usually somewhere in here, he will put up the color of my color street that I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing Oh Slow and Steady, which I feel terrible about because before I started recording my floss tube, I hadn't changed my nail color yet and was like, oh shoot, I need to change that. And then of course I went through and, you know, panicked and took 20 minutes to take off the old ones and put on the new ones. And listen here, you. Listen, I'm not quite sure what your issue is and what you're angry about. Let's talk about it. Let's just, because this only happens when you're recording. That's so not true. I have all these issues without recording. But anywho, I took all the time to put on a new set, and I was all fresh and I was all excited, and then I totally forgot to mention it because I got excited about other things. And we talked about other stuff. Because that's what we do. And I'll just say, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you to all of you who gave me a really fantastic response to my floss tube video, and how it's okay to have a safe spot. It's okay to not have to mix in worldly stuff with your safe spot, because then it doesn't feel safe anymore. But I think I've opened up a lot of conversations with quite a few people who've left comments, and the nice thing is that for the most part, we're kind of like-minded. And the fact that we use our stitching as kind of an escape. And we all understand that and respect that. I know that there have been a few not so fun conversations that have been happening. It's kind of unfortunately just the way it goes in any topic, really. But it's okay. It's alright. I'm really hoping... See, the problem is that my little... Oh, hello. No. We don't do knots. Thank you. It was a nice try for effort. Oh, where's my timer? This phone is different. Oh, it's up at the top. Okay, cool. I can see that. I don't have to worry about that. Sweet. The other thing is, though, is that the thing that is holding my phone, the little doohickey thing, is kind of blocking my view right where my hands are at. So I'm not quite sure if you're seeing this little pumpkin getting stitched. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope for the best, but I am really super glad that the timer is at the top of the phone, which also made me panic just a little bit because I thought perhaps I was in portrait mode and not landscape, but my video shows landscape, just my timer is over here instead of down here where it was on the old phone. It's cool. It's fine. Everything's fine. The other thing that I really like about this new phone is the fact that I don't have to worry about stopping and coming back, because the way this phone records, it's super quick to file the file, whatever it is, and jump right back into the new one, so that the break between is so tiny that we don't even notice it when we put the two videos together, which is fantastic. That means I don't have to worry about if I'm at the 34-minute mark and shutting everything down and restarting a new one. Woke up today with my throat being super sore. Just so not cool. It's fine. Everything's fine. I feel like gallbladder things are an issue right now with a lot of stitchers, and it kind of sucks. I'd never experienced anything with gallbladder issues before until I was pregnant with Jonah. And when I gave birth to Jonah, they wanted me to remove it, but I hadn't, knock on wood, had too many issues with it. But every once in a blue moon, it will decide to remind me that, hey, I'm still here and I'm still angry about it. But my episodes, thank goodness, do not happen often enough to where I think removal needs to happen. Because they wanted to remove it when I was pregnant with Jonah, but they were afraid of the risk of having to terminate in order to remove, and that was a no-go for me. I was cool with handling the pain until he was welcomed into this world and they could do whatever they wanted. But by that point, I guess gall crystals? Apparently that's worse than gallstones? I don't know. Apparently they had started to slowly disappear over time. So I know of people like having diabetes when they're pregnant. I didn't know gallstone issues or gallbladder issues were a thing while you're pregnant, but apparently I like to surprise people in whole new different ways. So at 5 o'clock this morning, my gallbladder decided to remind me that it was still in existence, and it made me wish for about 45 minutes that it wasn't in existence. So my throat is not very happy with me today, but it's okay. Everything is fine. It's my new mantra. Everything is fine because it's fine. I'm kind of hoping that this isn't too jerky. Okay, y'all have met me. If you watched any of my videos, you know that tech is not my thing. So I missed doing these, and I've had a couple people cheer me on and say, yes, please. So I'm back, but I have a feeling that things might look a little drunkish on your side. I'm not quite sure I know how to control that. I use a Lowry stand. I'm a two-handed stitcher, obviously, and I pull. I'm pretty violent with my threads. Like, I pull them really hard. So there's that. But I feel like if I don't pull them hard, they don't lay down right, and then I get upset about it. Again, not being a perfectionist, just trying to make sure my stitches look somewhat decent, like someone who kind of sort of knows what they're doing. Oh, I didn't put my phone on. No, that's all right. The hubby knows that I'm recording. He's typically the only person who texts me. So if anybody else tries to call, it'll be a call I probably wouldn't answer anyway. 2, 4, 5. This project is moving so quick now that I'm super excited to get it finished. And I'm not quite sure how or when my Stitch With Me videos will continue to go up. Today it was just kind of, the husband got out of work early, so he didn't have any meetings, so I could record before my stitchy date with a friend of mine. And So thought, well, it's now or never. Go for it. It is also, I don't even know what day we're on. It's a day that ends in Y and begins with a consonant. It is Thursday, June 11th. So originally the plan was to have it go up on Wednesdays, but my video went up on Wednesday because the hubby and I both forgot. I recorded it on Monday, but then we both forgot that it was even recorded because life, and then it finally went up last night. So you might get these ones kind of close back to back. I don't know why I always get worried about what the heck I'm going to talk about, because even now I'm still talking and no idea what I'm talking about. It's fine. This is just, it's a rambly kind of, there we go. It's a rambly kind of video. Okay, now I gotta hope that I don't knock you guys out by flipping. Okay, cool. This is working out pretty well so far. I'm super excited. I'm also trying not to talk super loud because I know that my voice carries, and I know that I have a really just naturally loud voice, especially for a female. And I think it has to do with the fact that I grew up with a hearing impaired father and now have a hearing impaired husband, which, I mean, in a way has been super beneficial because he doesn't have to feel like I'm yelling at him all the time, and I feel like I'm just talking normally, so it works out. I need this one. I was going somewhere with that part of the conversation. See, this is going to happen a lot, so if this is a new thing for you and you've never watched me do a Stitch With Me video, be prepared. Because all the rabbit holes lead to other rabbit holes that lead to prairie dog holes that lead to meerkat holes, and nobody knows where they're going until we find the gopher. Like, that's just how it is. It's just how my brain works. Okay, listen. Don't be mean. For some reason, I have great days where thread goes in, no issues, no problems, and using the same needle the very next day, my needle or my thread is like, I quit, I don't want to. I don't want to do it anymore, no thanks. Appreciate the offer, but I'm out. Come on, little buddy, you can do it. There we go. Just gotta be a little encouraging sometimes. So yeah, again, thinking about, oh, I really want to do a Stitch With Me video. I really want to get back into it. The hubby found a solution, which I think is working out fantastically so far. I haven't knocked myself out in the head. I haven't bumped the camera yet. There's still plenty of time left. So, I mean, you know, anything can happen. But I think we're in a good spot. I also have one other question. Do you guys like the Stitch With Me videos where you can see what I'm stitching? Or do you like the Stitch With Me videos like Kitten Stitcher, where I sit and just stitch and we chit-chat? Well, I mean, we can't really chit-chat, but, you know, we chat through the you know how this works. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out if I do it with looking at the camera, or do I just continue doing it the way I'm doing it right now? Because this is how I've done all my Stitch With Me's. And I actually thought about doing, I can't go live. I don't think I could do a live. Jules, I think you're a saint. She is Stitching Jules here on YouTube, on the Floss tubes, and she's trying out the whole Twitch thing, and I give her a lot of kudos because, whew, I talk too much, which is very odd because I'm actually a very quiet person, but if I get surrounded by my peeps, if you've ever had a comment from me, okay, let's put it this way. If you've ever written something to me, and I've written back, 9 times out of 10, you got a book. Or a small chapter. I don't know where my hands are. Okay. A small chapter from me, because it's just who I am and that's how I work. Do I even have 906 up here somewhere? I do. Okay, cool. I gotta figure out how I want to do this. Am I gonna do it my way? I'm just gonna do it my way. If it's strange for somebody else, it's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna start down here. Oh, I gotta do the 310. Jeez Louise. Can't take me anywhere. Don't know what I'm doing. Oh, did something move? Or was that me? It was me. Okay, cool. Yes, I am literally this hot of a mess all the time. And it's alright. I've learned to live with it. It's fine. Did I lose my... Where did I just put my green? Nope, it's fine. Focus on the 310. One thing at a time, lady. One thing at a time. So I have a feeling this is going to be a fantastic way for me to possibly squeak out a couple more finishes for the year. This is my last... How am I doing this? Yep, let's just go for it. This is my last tiny modernist project. So I'm really super excited to get this one done. Oh, hello. And then again, I think I'm going to jump on a Magnificent Wizard next, because I would really like to see that one come together. And hopefully and pray that the conversions work out beautifully, because you know, the more that I learn about stitching, the more I'm realizing there's no way that that's enough floss for that entire project. So what I failed to mention when I first got that project, because I thought I was super cool and thought I knew what I was doing, I've never seen anyone use one. Doesn't mean anyone hasn't. I've just never seen anyone use one. I bought a DMC binder, and it was like a 3 or 4 inch D-ring binder, and it had DMC on the front of it, so I thought it was super cool. I could have just bought a regular. It doesn't matter. And you bought these little plastic sheets that were sized to fit your bobbins, and you would slide your bobbins in there. And I'm 99.2% sure that half the bobbins fell out, and I just didn't know it. Because they were not as cool as the bendy flips, where there's material on the back to actually kind of grip the fabric and keep it, or not fabric, the floss, and keep it in place. It was just plastic, you know, kind of like a coin collection type thing. It was like that, but you just slid your bobbins in it. So thought I was super cool, bought that, bought all the sheets, bought the project, brought it home, bobbined everything up, and started the first stitch and went, what the heck is this? I'm out. Didn't touch it again for about 9 years later. I've been stitching for 2 years now, so yeah, roughly about 9 years. And I'm shocked that I was even able to find the dang thing. I didn't realize that it actually survived all the moves that we had made. Not that there were that many. So we've been together 14, we've moved 4, and only once to a different state, so not too bad considering in, you know, my household we were moving like every year as a kid, and I wasn't even a military child. It's just my mom needed new scenery, so we had to get a new apartment or whatever, move to somewhere new to get different areas. I was always the new kid. I wasn't the military new kid, but I was always the new kid. Although my 7th grade year, it worked out great because I went from a 9-month school to a year-round school. So by the time, it was something like when they came back on their 3rd track break or something like that, I had already put in all the days that I needed to put in to graduate from 7th to go to 8th. So I basically got like a 4.5-month summer. Which was kind of cool, because then I wasn't the kid who was coming in as the new kid at the end of the school year. I was the new kid who came in at the beginning of the school year that was vaguely remembered at the end of the last year. The best part is I'm still really good friends with 2 of the people that I met between 7th and 8th grade. One of them I consider a brother. So if you ever hear me talk about Sean, he is my brother from another mother, which I also adopted his mom, so it's super fine. She calls me her kid. She had 2 boys. She always wanted a girl, so she adopted me as her girl. So, you know, awesome. Again, I have no idea what these videos are going to be about. I really thought I was going to have to do tags. I think I got it covered. Pretty sure. Also, if you hear loud clanking, for those who don't know, scissor fob. That one's mine. It's super loud, and it's that way on purpose, so my kids can't steal them. Go with the other 310, my friend. Oh, I gotta stay in frame. I gotta remember to practice this because it's been a minute. And we're just gonna stitch. Oh, no. Listen, 310. You did your job. Out you go. Oh man, I have floss flying everywhere, and I don't know what I'm showing you because I don't even know where my area is. I have to remember my area is. Where am I? Here-ish? to here-ish. Okay. All right, I will try to remember. I used to, when I did videos with just my hands in the video, I used to have to put like an X down to remind myself. Where my hands need to be, or I would put like tape down on my mat. See, I already forgot where it was at. Tape down on my mat to show me that if I go past that tape, I'm out of frame. As long as I stay before the tape, everything's fine. And I'm trying to think of where I want to attach this. This might be strange for some people. This is how I do my back stitching when I have to do back stitching and cross stitch at the same time. Why? I don't know. I don't know. It made sense to me, so no judgment. Remember, we're judgment-free zone here. Judgment-free. Where do I want to start, though? Here? Kind of feel like I need to start here, because I'm gonna have to go here for the full stitches. Okay. Whoops. Stick that there so I know where I'm at. Well, I should know where I'm at. Just remember it's the bottom corner of the tombstone. Some days my needles cooperate and other days my needles are like, dude, I'm done. I don't want to work with you anymore. And some days the back of the needle, the eye of the needle, is sharper than the front of the needle. How do I know that? Glad you asked, because when I was trying to end one of my threads yesterday, where am I? There. Okay. When I tried to end my thread yesterday, I was trying to use my nail to push like the needle through, and instead my finger went like this, and the eye of the needle right into my finger. Not fun. Not fun. And I had just poked my finger for a diabetic sugar check. Fantastic. Also not fun. But it's fine. My finger isn't hurting today, which is good, because yesterday it was a little angry with me. It was kind of having its own little heartbeat. And its own issues. But it's all good. It just got really quiet outside of my room, so I'm a little bit nervous, because we all know that when things get quiet, when other beings are in the house, typically something good is not happening. Not gonna worry about it. Nope. The husband is out there. He can adult. I've been in here for 20 minutes-ish. Yeah, he's fine. He's got this. I wonder if they're actually cleaning their room. We're trying this new whole responsibility charts thing. So they, Jonah and Scarlett, have chores that they're being introduced to, and we're teaching and trying to learn like basics of cleaning rooms and bathrooms and dishes and all sorts of learning things that we just kind of have to learn in life, right? Jonah's got the laundry thing down. Scarlett is trying. Her problem is that she's too short. So I'm gonna have to wait for her to grow before she can actually like do laundry all by herself. So for now she has assistants, which is fine. Totally fine. It's super cute though, because the one time she did try to get into the washing, we have top loaders. No, I have the top loading washing machine and the front loading dryer. Yeah. The one time she tried to dive in to get her clothes out, she may have sort of kind of fell into the washer, and when we heard the loud noise and all came running, I did that one stitch too high. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're just gonna fudge it, because I'm not pulling that out. That's a 1/1 double stitch. Nope, that's fine. Yep. Cool beans. Only those who watch this will know that it happened. No judgment. True story. Okay, back to the whole Scarlett thing. The one time that she really tried to do it on her own, there was this huge bang, and there was no scream. There was laughter. And that was not a normal sounding combination of noise that should have happened. So we all go running into the little laundry room, and here's Scarlett's little feet sticking out of the top of the washing machine as she is cracking up trying to back out of said washing machine. And so we had to have a discussion with her and let her know that, you know, sometimes being short is a good thing. It means you don't have to die in the washing machine ever. Let's not do that again. So Jonah is tall enough with the help of a step stool to get to the stuff at the bottom. I'm not even tall enough to get to the stuff at the bottom. I have to use a step stool. So, like, I get it, but oh man, I gave her so much kudos for trying, because she, bless her, she tried so hard. I think she was fighting to get a sock or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that loud bang and a bunch of laughter was not expected at all. You know what? I think I miss these Stitch With Me videos because I can get a little more personal with them. Because not everybody watches these. So Floss Tube is just that. It's Floss Tube. Stitch With Me's, however, kind of free game. Which way am I going? This way? I think I'm going to go up. Am I still in frame? Yep. My big old hand is covering what you're supposed to be seeing, but it's fine. It's fine. New mantra. If I keep repeating it, I won't forget it. Because we all know that I have craft, which means I can't remember an effing thing. And so I have to constantly repeat or write things down to remind myself. But I do love the fact that everybody... Did I go over that twice? Shoot. See? Craft. Nope, just once. Okay. Yeah, we were totally talking about something and I totally forgot. Oh, so kids, chores, yes. Cleaning rooms. So, we're going to start with the... on Saturday, because, you know, we kind of sat down and had a little family meeting. And so we're going to start on Saturday to do like a deep clean of one room. And all four of us are going to get in there and we're all going to work together and learn all the things of what works best for who and all that sort of stuff. So, and I do appreciate the fact that I'm able to have discussions with my children and let them know that, you know what, not everyone likes chores. I hate doing laundry. I hate cleaning a bathroom. Just not a big clean. I used to be really bad. I was the type of person who would sweep and mop and vacuum and dust and wipe the counters down every morning before I left for work. And then when I got home, before I could take a shower and go to bed, I would have to do it again. And then I became a mom. And I realized that sometimes, just sometimes, having children and trying to have a clean house is like trying to brush your teeth while eating Oreos. It's just not gonna work. Going to there? Yeah. So, like, my clothes had to match my hanger colors. If I didn't have a hanger that matched the shirt went. If I didn't have a shirt that matched the hanger went. It was bad. Took me a while to break that. Not so much break it. It took me a while to not get so anxiety-ridden over it. To remind myself that, you know what? It is okay. It is alright. Am I going from the middle? I'm not good with the back stitching. Like, I feel like my eyeballs don't see it very well, but it's alright. And I go over to, here. And then I gotta do stitching in the middle. Yep. So I have a feeling that if I by chance can keep up the process that I'm going right now, and, oh no, ring stuck. Hello. No. Oh, see? Do you see this? This is what I'm dealing with. This, can you even see that? Because there's a slight hole. I can't remember if it's on the top or the bottom. Please stop holding my thread hostage. Let it go. Thank you. Oh, man. Okay, so this ring right here, I bought this for where am I focused at? There we go. Kind of. Are we focused? Oh, no earthquakes. Okay. So this ring I purchased for my daughter who was having suicidal thoughts. And it's a semicolon, and it's meant to not be a period because your life did not end, the story will continue. And so I bought one for her and I bought one for me, but this part right here where the heart connects to the semicolon, it looks like it was supposed to be welded, but it wasn't. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be welded. I'm not quite sure. But for some reason, every now and then it picks a floss that it just feels like eating, and then it eats it. And I have to beg nicely for it to give it back. So that's what just happened. It doesn't happen too often, which is kind of surprising. Again, knocking on wood, because there's still a lot of time left in the day. Still a lot of stitching to be done. Where are we at? 30 minutes. Holy crap, I've been talking for 30 minutes. See, people? See? I don't understand why I underestimate myself and worry with concern and anxiety about, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? Because I just ramble about who knows what and why. But it's awesome because the people who watch these totally get it. Which is fantastic. The only bad thing about it is that sometimes somebody will make a comment and say, oh my gosh, you said this and it was hilarious. And I'm like, I did? Wait, what? No memory whatsoever. So, and I try real hard not to watch these videos back because to me they're just me. And there's no editing, there's no, oh, I shouldn't have said that, let's cut that out. There's no fixing it up to make it perfect, because we all know perfection is not my jam. And that's alright. So, it's just me in raw, natural habitat of the stitching world. But a lot of times I can't remember what the heck I was saying, or what I talked about, or what topic we got onto, or which rabbit hole fell into the gopher hole, and who's living where now. Not a clue. I feel like that's been a topic today, though. Maybe that should be... Well, no, because if I put up which hole did we fall into? Which rabbit hole did we fall into? Whose hole did we fall into? Nope, that seems inappropriate. How many rabbit holes today? Thinking of titles for some reason is not very easy for me. Like, I've watched a million other people, like Michelle's really good at it, Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She will pull something that she said from her video and put it in as the title, which super easy, legit makes sense. Why I can't do that, I don't know. So sometimes titles for me are super hard. Because a part of me is like, Floss Tube 44, it's another one? Just me? Another me kind of day? Oh, I have a feeling. Oh no, I can go right here. Is it in the middle down too? Okay. And this one. 2, 3. Gotta see where you're coming from, buddy. Okay. Here. I want to try to keep these during the daytime. The thing is, though, is that my sunlight only comes from over here because I have a big window that's over to my left. So shadows come in this way. I'm sure you can see that. But if I turn on my light overhead, the phone causes a shadow this way. So I think this shadowing is a lot less to deal with, though. I kind of feel like this works. Also, if I jump and scream, don't freak out. It's just more. She's in this room somewhere. I've locked her in with me. I just don't know where she's at. Last time I saw her, she was in the bathroom, chilling, doing her own thing. That doesn't mean she won't jump out of nowhere, because S'more's kind of crazy like that. She's super entertaining, though. She's definitely a cat that has more personality than I think I've ever had in any animal in my life, except for my cat, Coco. The sad thing is, though, is I don't really remember Coco. She was my cat up until I was about 8 or 9. But by the time I had reached the 8 or 9 age, nope, I feel like this is wrong. Where am I going here? Nope, backtrack. Rewind. Was I there? Oh, oh, not. Okay. And then I think I was up here. Did I actually backstitch properly? Yep, yep, look at me go. All right. Okay, so is that the bottom? Yes, so I needed to go up this way. No, no knots, no knots. Listen, I don't like frogging as much as you don't like me frogging. Okay. Everything is going to become a Linda today. Listen, Linda, let it go. Just let it go. It's fine. Stop being so angry. And now I can't see. Oh, my eyeballs. Obviously, I can't see my eyeballs, but my eyeballs are not seeing which way the knot was going. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. What was I talking about? Train done left the station and left my butt behind. I have no idea what we were talking about. We were talking about something. Not even sure if it was important. But I felt like I was really going somewhere with it. And gone. Cool. So, moving on. Oh, I am so glad that so many of you reached out and said that when I make comments about how some days it's really super difficult to be me, that you can totally relate. I mean, I'm sorry that you can relate, because holy crap, sometimes it's really hard to be me. But I'm also super glad that y'all get it. Sometimes I just feel like a lost cause. Not like in a bad way, but you know, like, holy cow. These things should not be that difficult for me. We were seriously talking about something. I was super excited about it, and I don't remember what it was now. Oh, I did get haul this week. That's something else that's super exciting. I blame all of you. All I will say is Shadowlane. And why? What the heck was I thinking? It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go through the panic. I'm gonna go through the levels of anxiety and panic over this project for the... Really? Dude, nobody invited you. Where? There's, I don't know if anybody else saw it. There's like a little gnat. What? You were not invited to this party. Could you take your invitation and leave, please? Much appreciated. And my cat has epically yet failed me again, because if I have to kill one more bug while she stares at me like, what's wrong with you? She's gonna be fired as a cat. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Were we talking about cats? I feel like we might have been talking about Coco. All the funny stuff she did was apparently when I was an infant. So, like, she had an issue with my mom. I don't know what her deal was, but she was not a big fan of my mom. Let me rephrase. She loved my mom, but she was not a big fan of my mom and her parenting abilities, apparently. Because as an infant, my mom would, you know, go to change me, and Coco would lay down on top of me and smack my mom's hands away from me. I really kind of wish somebody would have recorded that at some point, because I think that would have been hysterical to watch. Obviously, I survived. Obviously, everything's fine. And the cat didn't kill me. Or, you know, anything like that. But apparently she could get really violent with my mom, because she did not want my mom to pick me up. Or change me. And it probably had to do with the fact that, you know, I would cry or something, and Coco thought I was being hurt. But she was my very first calico. She was kind of like a chocolate mocha white. It's the best way I can think of to describe her. And she was, oh, I remember her having the softest fur or hair, however we want to phrase that. But it was so long, and she was so fluffy. And I do remember when I was little, she used to lay down, and she would, like, take her paw and kind of bat at me so I could lay down next to her, and then she would, like, shimmy over and try to put my head, like, near her stomach. So I was using her as a pillow, but not really, because I didn't want to squish her. But we would just lay down in the living room. And, oh man, that cat will always have a soft spot for me, because, well, in me, because of the fact that she was 24 when she passed, which is like super crazy long for a cat. But not only that, when I was, did I? No, this one's here. This one's here. Focus on which one you're on. Hello. Jeez, almost panicked. Everything's fine. It's all good. We had moved, my mother and I had moved to California at one point, and so the cat was left behind with my dad, and my dad at the time could not take care of her, so he gave her to some good friends of ours. And when we came back from California, I didn't have the heart to go see her, and because it broke me, because I had asked if we could get her back, but you know, the family had now become attached to her, and so it wasn't very fair to ask them to give the cat back. But I would go over and see her every once in a while. But when I became an adult, the relationship with the people who now had Coco and myself had, you know, faded. But the guy, I mean, instead of using like names, he had called me and he said, listen, I just wanted to let you know that I don't think Coco's going to be around much longer, and I think you need to come say goodbye. So I was coming off work and I drove over there, and she was so skinny and so tiny and so frail, and it just killed me because this was not the cat that I remembered. And as soon as she saw me, she kind of shook it off and came running. I was shocked. I had no idea that, like, animals' memories are really that fantastic. And she ran right up to me and she curled up in my lap. And I actually took off, because I wore an undershirt under my work shirt. So I took off my shirt and I gave it to the guy. And I said, listen, put this on her bed so she has it. And he called me the very next morning and she had passed. Crazy, right? Crazy. He's like, I seriously think she was just holding on so you could say bye. Because she had cancer for like 3 or 4 years. And unfortunately, the family couldn't do anything or afford to do treatment. I mean, it's super expensive. And I was only like 20 at the time. I couldn't afford to pay for someone to do, or, you know, an animal to do cancer or anything like that. And I'm not quite sure why they didn't just put her down. Like, I don't know what the conversation was between them and the vet. But man, that cat lived her best life. She was awesome, because apparently she was super protective over the boys that were in that house too. And she just, I guess she just had a thing against moms. Like, she just didn't want the moms to touch the babies. She was not okay with it. Maybe it's because she thought she was my mom. I don't know. But other than that, S'more has been, like, the animal that has had the most personality I have ever seen. Although Sven right now, my little Chewini, she is trying her best with her little girl syndrome out there. I don't want to say little man syndrome, because it's, I mean, she's a small dog. And the neighbor that has moved in has a ginormous dog. I'm not even sure what it is yet. I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure the dog is just barking from, like, the window. I don't even think it's outside when it's barking. But he does one bark, or she does one bark, and my poor little Sven feels the need to follow up with 10 of her high-pitched yaps. These are also the same dogs that I joke about that bark at fly farts, but at least now she has a legit, I understand why you're angry and you're barking and you're being territorial. But my cat likes to try to tell me when I need to go to bed and when she needs water, and she yells at my son all the time when he forgets to shake her little food bowl to get her more food. Super hilarious. She's a crack up. All right. One pumpkin done. I'm trying to keep the vape smoke away from the camera because that's kind of annoying. But no matter where I go, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what direction I'm sitting. It always goes where I don't want it to go. Oh wow, we're at 45 minutes. Okay, so I think I'm going to start this green with y'all, and then I'm going to call it done. Goodness gracious only knows if anyone made it to the end. If you have, you're freaking awesome sauce, because hopefully you know what we talked about, because I, at this point, have no idea. Other than the fact that we talked about Coco, which I almost forgot about talking about Coco, and we talked about my Cat S'more, who has personality like there is no tomorrow. She's a crack up. And she yells at everybody, and she is the boss of the house, and even the dogs know it. And I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to start there. Just one more thread. Isn't that always the thing? Just one more. Just one more. Let me see if I can get this set up before an hour. I'm hoping to do the Stitch With Me's once a week. And that way, again, just kind of in reference to what we talked about in my video, just a place to kind of block out noise and just have a good time and laugh and smile and possibly cry if need be. Just a safe corner. I feel like I did not get a lot of stitching done in an hour, but that's alright. I'm also usually not talking. I'm requiring more parts of my body to move than normal, but it's alright. I don't know if I should do tags. I don't know if I should worry about tags. Should I just keep them this random? I have a feeling that's what's going to end up happening anyway. I might find a tag and just like start with one question to get me going, because goodness knows, all I need to do is start going and then off to the races. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Okay. Once I get it going talking, it's off to the races. I love it when Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts says that she loves to talk, because I love to hear her talk too. So, I get it. I'm also really not good with quiet space. Unless obviously like we're watching something or doing something where we shouldn't be talking. Although stitching Jules cracks me up, because she'll all of a sudden, wow, words are hard. She'll bust out with like a song somewhere, like in the middle of a sentence while she's still talking. It's awesome. Or she'll let it go quiet. I always think that my videos are super quiet, and then I go back and Jason will try to find a spot to like, you know, put in the color street thing to let y'all know what color I'm wearing. And never once is there ever a moment where I'm not talking. Except for now, because I had to make it all weird. Ta-da! Just kidding. Not weird, it's me counting to 5, because we know I can't count past 2. Did I get to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet! Okay. I'm going to do these last 2 in this row, and then I will say farewell and bid you adieu. Hopefully this wasn't too jumpy. Hopefully things were in frame. Hopefully my pattern didn't show, because I magnetized my pattern right here on my Lowry stand. Pretty sure I kept it out of the way for the most part. Hopefully all the way. That would be fantastic. And there we go. And I have a magnet on the back, which I just stick my thing to, which is works out perfectly when you're trying to take a... Did I take a photo? I feel like I may have. I think I did it last night. I'm gonna have to double check. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for choosing to hang out. If you made it all the way to the end, even if you didn't, y'all are fantastic. I so appreciate you, and I hope that really came across in my video yesterday, how grateful I am that you guys chose me. Like, I understand that it's a choice, that you get to choose who you're watching and spending time with. So I am humbled and grateful and thankful that I am on a few people's bucket list of, hey, that person's video popped up, let's go hang out. So yeah, hopefully I'll come back next week. I'm not sure if this will still be the same project. That's my only dilemma. I gotta kind of figure out how I'm gonna work that, because I'm planning on doing whatever I need to do for homework for Magical Stitches, and then getting back to the Stitch It Till I Finish It project. Kind of like how that works out. Stitch it till you finish it. Got it. Not quite sure if I can hashtag that. Somebody probably already has it. So it just might be this again, but it might be a different area. It's just gonna have to be what it is, I guess. Because I'm gonna finish some stuff. That's the game plan. Finish some stuff, because next year is going to be intense. and insane in all the fantastic ways. All right, I've taken enough of your time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to bid you adieu, say farewell, stay random, don't kiss your projects, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!